Damn, trying to find the right actual Twitch thing for this is a little bit tricky. Don't think it's actually in there. See if we can Google it. Oh my god, it's just under Dawn of War. How could they have removed Soulstorm from it? Ugh, it's so annoying. Is it Winter Assault even there? Nah, they've crunched it all down into one. Don't know where it is. Account created 28 minutes ago. Okay then. Yeah, I can. Yeah. I'm just getting everything set up. It's been a while since I played. A couple of days. Yeah, I'm just getting everything set up. Excellent. Alright, we're in. No, I'm Australian. So I started a new campaign like, about a week ago, and it's actually refreshing to play a game where the difficulty is actually quite high. Already done a couple of saves, but I think I'm only into like the third or so battle. But basically, one of the interesting things about this game, when it comes to the hard difficulty, is that the AI doesn't really cheat, apart from it being basically omniscient and knows where everything is. And they've got 120% health compared to your 100%. Kinda. If you've ever heard of Warhammer 40k, so Warhammer 40k is like it's based on a universe where essentially it's almost like alternate history. Like there was a great golden age of human civilization, and then there was like a more like a universal eruption of psychic powers, and the entire universe shredded itself. And skip forward 30,000 years, and essentially you got humans, but it's very fascist. They're basically trying to take control of the universe again. But there was a big rebellion, shall we say. So like the leader of mankind, who's kind of like the emperor of mankind, doesn't want to be worshipped as a god sort of thing, but also has incredible skills when it comes to like genetic engineering and stuff like that. So he creates like a race of sort of super soldiers who can't like procreate. It's like about 30,000 AD or so. And what ends up happening, like obviously it's basic knowledge, so I'm not like ruining any story by talking about it. But one of the 20 sort of generals that he created, which are known as Primarchs, um, that the Emperor put in charge of essentially like a galaxy-wide war of conquest, conquered like a million worlds sort of thing. They turn to chaos, which is in this game kind of like the warp, which is kind of like magic in a way. It's like when they use faster than light travel, they travel through the warp. And there's also all these sort of like beings in there that are like influenced by people with psychic potential. So anyway, that's what chaos is. Chaos is there's like four gods, Titsnich or Zench or whatever, Nurgle, Khorne, and Slanesh, which was born later. There's all sorts of alien races and stuff, but the thing about this game is it's like a Dawn of War is started off with just a couple of the races, like orcs and humans, I think it was, like Space Marines, and it extended out towards Soulstorm before Dawn of War 2. And Soulstorm was like the best version of Dawn of War, the original version, which is a top-down RTS, real-time strategy game, where you're basically contesting a map over strategic points. You've got several different types of strategic points. You've got relics, you've got normal points, you've got strategic points, and they kind of give you different advantages when you capture them. And but basically, what it comes down to is the single-player campaign is more or less sandbox. So you can play any of the races, but they all start in like a different sort of location in the solar system. I'm playing as Chaos at the moment, which is one of the factions. Interestingly enough, it's apparently Alpha Legion, which is kind of an interesting thing when it comes down to the lore perspective, when it comes down to the game. But anyway, it's actually quite difficult. So I'm going to sit here and sip a beer while I try and think about how I'm going to beat this one. I'm looking at the actual points, and it's actually quite hard. This one's like an assault, and the enemy has way more strategic points than you do when you start, just because of the way that the strategic points are placed. So it's actually really kind of hard to do right. There's really only one way to do it, and that is to rush really fast. At least on this particular map. So as you beat different objectives and like things on the strategic map, you can unlock like honor squads, which means you can start with a couple of different units. It makes expanding at the start of the game very easy once you've got a lot of them, but until you have a lot of them, it's quite hard. And I think I'm only like 3 maps in, so this one, I'm glad I got a save game because I'm probably going to have to use it. There's no shame in save scumming this. Even if you actually like got defeated on the mission, basically all you have to do is hit end game anyway, and you might get attacked on a territory while you're waiting to assault the same sort of like territory that you're trying to attack again, which basically just means more time wasted. So if I lose, I will be loading save games because I'm playing on hard and it is pretty time consuming. But anyway, I'll quickly finish this bit and get into it. So you basically start off with a couple of scout units. For Chaos, you can build like Chaos Space Marines. They're kind of like the evil version of a Space Marine kind of thing. They're very melee focused. The race that I'm fighting against in this map are the Dark Elder, and they're kind of like, what happens if you take elves and have them entirely corrupted by a god that they birthed into existence, basically murder-fucked into existence, and they need to cause pain to other beings in order to actually survive. But in game, they're actually kind of like they're kind of glass cannons, but they're pretty powerful glass cannons. So whereas my forces tend to focus on melee, like close ranged attacks, their forces tend to rely on like ranged attacks. They're very fast at moving around the map, and like that's where it's actually really difficult on this map because I don't know, like I think I got Dawn of War when I was at uni back like 20 years ago. Nearly 20 years ago. Um, Soulstorm. I actually owned Soulstorm before Steam existed. I think like it was like Steam was really new at that stage, so I've actually bought Soulstorm twice. Once on DVD and once on Steam. I actually think I used my CD key from the manual to unlock it on Steam. But yeah, that's where you can find it pretty cheaply. Otherwise, you can go to GOG, like Good Old Games, and pick it up there. It's got relatively decent support for like newer things. Like I'm only running on a like you can't really see the graphics settings for, but like resolution wise, I'm only running on 1920 by 1080. But it does have widescreen support, and you can. I'm pretty sure you can go higher in resolution than that. And if you use like resolution mods and stuff like that, you can actually make it look really pretty. But yeah, I'm just playing the stock game at the moment. I think anyway, because I pulled this from a hard drive when I copied it over, and I'm not sure if it's got like enhanced AI on it. It might. But anyway, you'll figure it out pretty quickly while I'm actually playing it because it's like StarCraft in that there's like strategies, and a lot of it's got to do with like build order and how quickly you can move out. But I'm not gonna lie, I've probably got like maybe my sixth beer down at the moment. So that's where the fun is. I'm just gonna nail a little bit of nicotine as well. Hopefully, I've got NVIDIA experience running, so you don't need to sit there listening to me vape all the time. Anyway. Yeah, I really can't say too much because I'm hosting. If I wasn't hosting, I'd get into that, but just remember, you can basically say anything you want. I can't say much. All right. So, a lot of the game is control groups. So, like you control one, control two, control three, and there's kind of like a good formula to it. You always start off with a commander. It's like your most important unit. You want to keep him alive as long as possible, but it's going to be pretty hard to keep him alive. I might have to rebuild him mid-match, but hopefully, if I can expand quick enough, I should be able to kill them before I have to do that. But expanding is hard. You'll see.
The Chaos Gods speak clearly now. The objective is not lost on us.
My life is forfeit. Yes, yes, we will work faster.
We are chaos.
serve you. Chaos is strong. We are eager to please.
Must kill!
So like queuing up the raiders and stuff.
Master.
Oh, they're already attacking me.
Show me.
Our victory. Enemies of the dark gods, beware! You are the master. You are the master. Crush, kill, destroy. We have it now. We can serve you. We are eager to please. We shall capture it.
It is as though 1,000 mouths cry out in pain.
And alive in return. Grant us the power of the dark gods. Feel my blade. Great one.
Feel my blade. Sanity is for the weak. Feast on their flesh. Warp overtaking me.
Enemies of
It
the
is a
dark
good.
gods, beware.
You hear the voices too?
Yeah, my leader's already nearly dead.
Death only after great pain.
Holy crap. That was absolute rape. Yeah, restart. That's the quickest I've ever been beaten.
Enemies!
Alright.
We
Yes,
need
Lord.
enemies.
We are eager to prove
must
ourselves.
Kill!
We're here for the dark gods. Yes, yes! We will work faster!
Purpose.
We are chaos! Chaos is strong.
One thing that Chaos can do, which is a little bit
We're here
different, is
for
it
the
can
dark
actually speed up
gods.
construction. But you lose health on your builder while you're doing it. But it can help you get units
The
up.
weak fight back! What do you want? Enemies! We need enemies! Regions.
That's actually crazy. Like, my commander's getting absolutely wrecked. He shouldn't be getting wrecked that fast.
We are enemies of the dark gods. Beware!
Sanity is for the weak.
We captured
It is as though 1,000 mouths cry out in pain.
Basically, what I've got to do is I've got to kill this guy. Because he's absolutely wrecking everything.
Warp overtaking me. It is a good pain.
Yes, Lord.
At your command, my lord. It is as though 1,000 mouths cry out
All right.
in pain.
Feast on their flesh!
Now,
Bless us, great one.
Enemies! We
I've never
need
seen him do damage that
enemies.
quickly.
Slaughter them all!
Like, he was shredding my commander.
Do you hear the voices too?
Slaughter them all!
They're gonna rebuild him too. That's the problem.
They will know it taking fire! Yes, must
Do you hear the voices too?
slaughter them all!
We can serve you. We are eager to please.
At your command!
Hopefully try and take out the construction and stuff.
We can serve you.
If I'm lucky,
We are
we might be able to
eager
pull it off.
please.
back up. Hopefully we can take it out. Because otherwise we're dead.
Overtaking me. It is a good thing.
Yes, master. They are too strong.
It does. It's their main building, so.
Yes.
Oops, run. Yeah, they can keep on building it though. Like the thing is I might not be able to actually blow up stuff faster than they can take, like, then they can actually build it.
When do we attack? As you command.
Feel my blade.
Your will? I see with purpose.
He's got the reason why he's doing so well is because he's got the demoralizing thing.
They hear their doom approaching. Take me to them. That I see. Meeting resistance.
Yeah, he's just like shredding.
Slaughter them all. Trembles with every step cross me and die.
Alright. So that is kind of so hard to do, right? Like, basically, I think I might have to actually... What I think's happened is that the commander's actually upgraded before mine has. Probably because I've had to restart battles and basically let him get upgrades. So I might actually have to restart the game entirely. I do know that when I started the campaign that I did have to give up on a couple of objectives. It seems like I'm doing alright, like in terms of like how I'm actually playing right now, so I'm not that drunk. So I might just like fully restart. Oh no. Like I'm not leaving. I'm just like re-beginning the campaign. Because I'm only at the actual beginning of it.
It was the sudden appearance of a warp storm at the Tower of
But like that just
Assistance
gives you an
outrage
idea of like how
that
difficult it
first
is.
caught the attention of the...
So basically, the dude that I was this guy on the screen, he was going up against their commander, and he was getting shredded in like 15 seconds. Like, their commander was just like straight up shredding everything. Yeah, he's only got 20% more health, so he must have picked up like a weapon upgrade
Welcome
or
to
something.
this province. The icon of your...
delete all the saves. It'll probably make more sense like once I actually start off like from the start.
These arrows show you where your army.
So I'm just going to dismiss all these pop-ups, but basically this is like the territory that I'm in, and these are the territories, that one, and that one, that I need to attack in that order. So I need to attack there first, then that one, and possibly that one as well. Yeah, if I can get those 4, I'll be good. But basically, their commander who's over here, he's going to move in. So I think that's what happened. Time for a beer. So these numbers really don't mean anything just yet, but the one thing that Chaos does have an advantage is that you don't need supply lines to fight. So if I was to take this one, then take that one, and then the enemy capture that one, it wouldn't matter. So at the beginning, basically, it's all you got. You got a single base, they got a single base.
Bless us, Great One.
Do not trifle with me, worm.
We are chaos. We can serve chaos is strong. We are eager to please. We are chaos. Chaos is strong. Grant us the power of the dark gods.
Do not trifle with me, worm.
We are chaos. What is your wish? Chaos is strong. Great One. We will control this entire world, a point at a time. Your patience. We're here for the dark gods. But of course, Master did for chaos.
Show me the enemy. Cross me and die.
So
Our victory
I don't
is
really need to worry too much
assured.
about like enemy cloaking units, so I'm not going to build that upgrade yet. We're just going to pump out like chaos space units.
For the dark gods! What do
They can
you
fire on the move
want?
with a slight accuracy penalty, which makes them alright. But
Yes,
it's their
master.
melee damage that really like makes them shine. They're good in melee. Whereas the enemy is not so good in melee.
We captured it.
Now I can
for
build a unit that's good in
chaos.
melee, but I should be pumping out chaos space marines.
I am here to
For the
lead
dark
you.
gods, your will?
I am here to lead you.
Slaughter them all!
They do have
We
mandrakes.
captured it
Yes,
for
I got it.
chaos. Our victory is assured.
Alright, so I can't build any more units now on that cat.
And die.
The only thing I can do to
Whatever
fix
you
that is
desire.
build listening posts.
We will build it for
Do
you.
not trifle with
That'll give me more unit count.
worm.
And once the this research is complete, the Chaos Cultists, they'll be able to actually
How
see.
can I
the units.
serve?
And I'm not building reinforcements to my
We
units yet.
captured
Even
it
though I
for
can.
chaos. You favor us with your attentions. Yes, Master. Right away, Master.
Purpose.
We will serve you, and in return, grant us the power of the Dark Gods.
We're here for the Dark
Our
Gods.
victory is assured.
Yes, we will work faster.
You want. I will shatter their souls. Yes, master.
Might as well stop them from gaining requisition points. I didn't even think about that.
Our victory is assured.
We're here to serve.
Feast on their flesh.
Great one.
My lord, at your command. We are under attack.
Enemies
looks like we
of the
found their
Dark
base.
Gods, beware! We will control this entire world, a point at a time. Great one.
Show me the enemy. I will shatter their souls. My lord. Yes. What do they the weak, my lord.
I got a feeling you already know me well.
Their souls. At your command. Yes, master. You will be killed. As you command. We are under attack.
We will serve you, and in return, grant us the power of the Dark Gods. Our victory is assured.
We're here for the Dark Gods. Yes, yes, we will work faster.
Do not trifle with me, worm.
Crush, kill, yes,
Lord.
Souls.
I've got a feeling you already know me well.
Feast on their flesh.
One expansion base down there. The rest is here.
Yes,
My guys are
Lord,
like running interception.
for the Dark Gods.
Chuck them on range just so they can harass.
Them.
Want.
Giving these guys bolters is actually not the best idea. So like that's an upgrade. You can give them heavy bolters.
Slaughter them all. The weak fight back.
Oh, they were trying to build an expansion all the way up here. That's evil.
Slaughter them all.
I've got a feeling I'm gonna die. Oh shit.
You favor us with your attention.
I'm gonna start reacting faster.
Die.
So their base is probably
We are taking fire.
here somewhere. Yeah, it's here.
What do you want?
Okay, there we go. Give us a squad cap increase as well first. There we go. And and you can build more troops. 2 more squads.
What do you want?
Oh, okay.
Slaughter them all! I will shatter their
Like,
souls!
these guys are just getting
We
raped.
need enemies. That is the way to hell.
I see purpose. The weak fight
I think I'm already in trouble.
will shatter their souls! I here to
It is as though 1,000 miles cry out in
I
pain.
see with purpose.
There you go. We're gonna take out their base now.
We do your bidding. Do you hear the voices too? The objective is not lost on us.
I am here to lead.
Must kill!
So, yeah, run.
Kill! Crush! Bring them limb
These
from
guys are
limb!
actually pretty weak in melee. Once I get this upgrade done, I'll be able to build plasma, and then I can send everyone an assault.
The weak fight back!
Do you hear the voices too? It is as though 1,000 miles cry out in pain. We have it now.
Slaughter them all! Surely
Of overtaking me. It is a good pain. Enemies!
on their flesh!
We need enemies.
I see.
Enemies! We need enemies.
I see purpose.
Do you hear the voices too?
That's not.
The Chaos Gods speak clearly now.
Cross me.
Should be able to crush him now.
Sanity is for the weak.
Pick up this expansion and
It is
find
as
the
though
base.
1,000 miles cry out in pain. Do you hear the voices too? It is as though 1,000 miles cry out in
Must be
pain.
up here.
The Chaos Gods speak clearly now.
And we want...
I see with
It is as though
purpose.
1,000 miles cry out in pain.
still can't build plasma.
Enemies! We need enemies.
Should be right there.
Must fight back! Kill! We must
He's gonna chuck everyone in assault. Except for maybe 2 squads. Well, once upon a time I was monetized, but not for a long time.
hell. Sanity
Cultists.
for the weak. Even a warped mind can see the odds stacked against it.
I could actually get shredded here.
Warp overtaking me.
They might win.
It is a good
Yes, master. At your command.
Now they are gonna win. So like that's how close it comes to like you can get that close. Like everything looks like you're winning, and then all of a sudden you're dead. Like that's how quickly you can lose.
It was the sudden...
Looks like I was doing it the right way, but like I should have found and attacked their base sooner. Like that was the problem, because I gave them too long to consolidate, and they obviously got a second base up.
Welcome to the single-player campaign.
Ah! Back in a moment. No, I've just been like I've literally been part of YouTube for that long that YouTube forgot that I exist. I'm actually one of the really weird people. I can upload at 1080p at 60 FPS, just in case you didn't notice, and I'm doing so while using a restreaming service at the same time. The reason why is because I actually used to be monetized before YouTube changed the rules. So monetization used to be about the amount of views that you have on your videos. I have videos which have over 20,000 views. Back when I was monetized, essentially. But then they changed the rules to be about subscriber count. So overnight, I lost the ability to monetize videos. But I did not actually lose any of the privileges that I had from being monetized, which was basically like being able to do like 1080p video at 60 FPS, which is kind of cool. So I still keep all the fun stuff because I was always a small streamer. And most of my videos that had like high view counts were like back when I was like a games modder and stuff like that. So I really didn't lose anything. The only thing that I lost was the ability to, monetize videos. Like in other words, like get the 5 cents or something that I'd get on a view, which is nothing, So there's really no benefit for me to doing it these days. Yeah, well, the problem is I'm actually really not that good at talking. Like in real life, I'm actually the most introverted person that you've probably ever met. I don't really... The main reason why I stream is just because it kind of like breaks like psychological barriers for me. It allows me to not be full-blown gaming addicted, essentially. So I used to spend like I probably got over 5,000 hours in like World of Warcraft, probably close to the same amount of time in Left 4 Dead, and like once your playtime starts getting up to like the 10,000, 20,000 like hour mark, it's like, So I kind of came up with a rule for myself, which was that I will not play games unless I'm streaming. Unless those games will get me banned. And there are a few of those. But yeah, so basically, long story short, I used to be monetized mostly because I was like a content creator for stuff like modding. I used to mod the Valve like Source engine heavily. Also stuff like Battlefield, all sorts of things like that. So like I did 3D modeling, like I do 3D modeling, Photoshop, C++, Python, SQL, web design, you name it. I'm basically a nerd. But these days I work as a forklift operator. And I make quite a bit of money doing so. I don't need to work as a programmer. So when it comes down to it, like streaming for me when I was younger was like when I was at university and like after I got out of university, like doing IT sort of stuff. And it was all part of like the portfolio of things that I was like building to like hopefully get a job in the gaming industry. I wanted to be doing like 3D modeling and like making like units and stuff in like strategy games and like actually coding all the stuff that makes them work. So I used to do a lot of modding in that aspect. I did a lot of modding for Morrowind as well. Crazy stuff, really. Like I took the entire dialogue system in Morrowind and rewrote it for the entire game by myself. Over 60,000 pages of dialogue controlled by like trees. I basically went through and I like completely rewrote it so it worked better. So you could run like super mods, which had like 500 different mods. You won't see my name in any credits. But anyway. So, anyway. Most of my fame is from modding. And I've still got all the perks. So, it doesn't really bother me that much these days. These days I just play games and get drunk. It's fun. Now, can I beat this fucking map? Scully beer time. That's the other game I play. I basically play the game of every time I fail, I have to have a drink. So it's like eventually it gets to the point where I'm so drunk I can't play it anymore. And then I'm like, oh, god damn it, rage quit. So that's always fun. Yeah, keep in mind, I don't want to be a big streamer. I play for the love of the game.
The
Right.
ground
Bless us,
trembles
Great
with
One.
every step.
My life is forfeit. We will build it for you.
Do not trifle with me, world.
Alright. Let's see if I can get into like the way I used to play.
Chaos is strong, and in return, grant us the power of the dark gods. We are chaos.
can I serve?
Chaos is strong. We will control this entire world, a point at a time. And in return, grant us the power of the dark gods. Chaos is strong. We will control this entire world, a point at a time. We will control this entire world,
can
a
serve
point
you.
at a time.
We are eager to please.
Run out, be the
For the Chaos Gods, Great One.
Do not trifle with me, world.
A little bit bad start that time.
Our victory is assured.
Gonna increase my cap now. Basically, as soon as I make contact, I want to push towards their base and destroy it.
We captured
I've
it
got everything
for
set up to capture enough
chaos.
points to get their acquisition points coming.
For the Dark Gods!
Basically, the only thing I still want to do is build another heretic
Anything for the great powers.
just in case, and an armory. And put that on auto build.
We're here to serve, Master.
Show me the enemy.
I want to keep one of these Chaos Cultist squads close because those mandrakes. The enemy wants to build cloaking
We
fast,
captured it for chaos.
so I actually do need a cultist squad with me. As soon as I spot them. There they are.
Our victory is assured. Our victory is assured. You are the master.
That should
For
be
the
enough.
Dark Gods!
I am here to lead you.
We shall capture it. It is ours for the taking.
We're here for the Dark Gods.
You favor us with your attentions. We shall capture
For the
it.
Dark Gods!
We will serve you, and in return, grant us the power of the
Do
Dark
not trifle
Gods.
with me, worm.
We captured it for chaos.
Slaughter them
There goes my
all!
bait. Better make sure I didn't break it. I'm gonna go. It ricocheted somewhere. Somewhere amongst the million bottles that I have around my. But there it is. Ah, that's not broken. Yes. You know how hard it is to get like a vape in Australia at the moment, considering they basically completely banned them, and I've like just breathed that out while I was like exhaling a massive cloud. I've got like 2 glass tanks left from my vape. After that, it's done. I'll have to break the law and import them. The breaking the glass on my vape is like, no! Anyway.
I will shatter their souls!
Alright, let's get them dead.
For the
We
Dark Gods!
captured it for chaos. Enemies of the Dark Gods, beware!
Your will!
Need 2 squads on assault. Because, our stuff wrecked faces. There are hotkeys to send them on assault even if they're on range. Yes! Good, I got him quick. Take out their builders. Rape and pillage.
I see.
How can I serve?
Where's our support? Your will! Your will!
Cross me.
We can serve you. We are eager to please.
Your will! On our way! We are too strong, my lord! We are treated! Yes, master. Do not tremble.
God damn it.
They hear this.
Chaos.
I am here to lead you. As you wish, my lord. Damnation! Where's our support?
He's down.
Total Emperor! When do we attack? We are Legion! Yes, master!
See how they're all demoralized? That's the biggest problem.
Yes, master!
Their Archon does that.
Yes, master! We will have a revenge! Your will! At your command! Die, scum! Your will! We'll take it on! There will no pain! At your command! Yes, oh, the great my lord!
How can I serve?
Problem is, as soon as they start building those the Scourge units, those are really powerful against like heavy armor, which is like kind of what the Space Marines have. So like once that happens, you're dead. You actually have to take him out before they start building that unit. So the only other way I could possibly do it is by I gotta go with 2 cultist squads. So no armoring. 3 Space Marine squads, I think. So like juggling that perfect amount of like actual build.
It was the sudden appearance.
That's one of the best things about this game too, because like there's no way to just like you can't actually sit there and juggle. Juggling doesn't work. If you try and pull your troops back, they're just gonna get shot. Back in a moment. It'd be so easy to start as one of the other races, but Chaos is one of the most rewarding. Once you get moving. And just make sure that we actually started
This
on
province
hard.
is your strong.
It was the sudden appearance of a warp.
Welcome to the single-player campaign.
Another failure, another bit. Let's see if I can actually sculpt this one in less than 5 seconds. You know the Australian Prime Minister? I don't know exactly what his time was, but he sculled like a pint of beer in about like 4.8 seconds. I don't know if I can do that. Bog, bless his name. I'm not even actually going to skull it, I'm going to keep half of it. Alright, so we're going to go with 2 Chaos Cultists.
Bless us, Great One.
Feel that.
Here to lead you. I go.
We are Chaos. Chaos is strong. It is ours for the taking. We are Chaos. Chaos is strong.
My life is forfeit.
We're going to try and rush Space Marines and like get into their base straight away.
Thank you. Thank you, Master.
And we're going to send 1 reinforcement squad for
We
Cultists.
captured it for
Straight.
Chaos.
Oh, alright.
We can serve you. We are eager to please. We are Chaos. It is chaos is strong. It is ours for the taking. And in return, grant us the power of the dark gods.
At your command. What do you want?
Alright. Put them on
What
straight
do
away.
you want?
Keep them separate for the moment.
Do not trifle with
Because it means we can engage more than one target.
As you
We
command.
captured it for chaos.
When do we attack? Feast.
So what we want to do is we want to kill their
Captured it
builders.
for chaos.
Skulls for the skull crown. As you command. For the dark gods, my lord. What do you want? Rejoice in the coming oblivion. Meeting resistance. Feel the wrath of chaos.
As soon as we engage him in melee, they can't shoot.
We captured it for chaos.
Which means we're going to have less overall units.
Slaughter them all.
So we're going to do more with the small amount that we have.
Yes, master.
You favored
Yeah,
us
once they
with your
plant a building, it builds itself. So
Death to all.
that's one problem with the strategy.
No pain.
You favor us with your attention.
my lord.
But as soon as that builder starts to move, I'm gonna kill it.
Skulls for the skull throne. As you wish. Yes, master.
That's one of the units that actually has decent melee ability.
How can I serve?
What?
Yep, they got an arc on it.
Engaging the enemy. My lord, at your command.
You favor us with your attentions. We captured the
we're all in now.
chaos. We can serve you. We are eager to please. We will serve you. And in return, grant us the power of the dark gods.
Meeting resistance. Yes, master.
And archons on it.
We will serve you. And in return, grant us the power of the dark gods.
Gonna take out the archon. Come on.
Your will. My lord. As you wish. Do not try.
And in return, grant us the power of the dark gods. How can I serve?
No, down. Oh my god. This is why I love this. It's so hard. Like, so that was like basically a perfectly executed rush. And rush still didn't work.
It was the...
How did I do this last time when I was drunk?
Welcome to the single-player campaign.
Show me.
We're here for the dark gods.
Fuck it, we'll go full quarters.
We are chaos.
What is your wish?
Chaos is
Great
strong.
one.
We will control this entire world, a point at a time. We are enemies of the dark gods. Beware! We shall capture it. It is ours for the we are chaos. Serve chaos and in return, grant us the power of the dark gods. We are chaos. We capture chaos is strong. Chaos. How can I serve? We are chaos. Chaos is enemies of the dark gods. Beware! We captured it for chaos. Capture it. Enemies of the dark gods, beware! We shall capture it. It is ours for the taking.
Whatever you desire.
Alright. This is gonna be gnarly.
We're here for the dark gods. Yes, yes, we will work faster.
Victory is assured.
Do not trifle with me, worm.
We captured it
We're here
for
to serve, Master.
We captured it for chaos.
My life is forfeit.
Our victory is assured.
Yes, yes, right away.
This is gonna be interesting. I'm gonna get save right here. Finish off this beer. This is as strong of a production like sort of start you can do. Basically, they're building up forces as well. From this point, I should have as much construction potential as possible. Like, I've basically selected over half of the control points on the map. Now I just need to stop them from taking all of them. So one of the biggest problems that we have is that their ranged units are like really destructive. So using the Chaos Space Marines at the start and putting them on assault when they're just like getting routed straight away. Need to go for a higher tech viewpoint here. So we're going to look at like pushing maybe vehicles and like units that are invulnerable to morale, like Khorne Berserkers. We'll see if we can get them out fast enough. If we can, we should be able to push it. If not, we've got a save game where we can experiment. So we're going to start with this as an experiment point. Basically, the reason why I've been restarting as well is because as soon as you lose your frontline forces, you got nothing to defend your objectives with. They can push back through all your objectives. You can't rebuild from it. As soon as you lose the momentum, you're fucked. So I'm gonna
We
go
captured
straight
it for
to
chaos.
that.
Gods. The enemy. Slaughter them all!
We're here for the dark gods.
The weak fight back!
We serve.
What do you want?
Yes, Lord.
We are under attack!
Claw out their eyes! You favor us with your Our victory is assured.
What do you want?
victory is assured.
I seethe with purpose. Chaos Raptors ready to kill. Seethe with purpose.
Our
Slaughter them
victory is
all!
assured.
Do you hear the voices too?
The weak fight back! Do not trifle with me, worm. Rejoice! We live for the hunt!
Right, 2 units are wrapped.
And die. I am here to Chaos Raptors ready to kill. Feast on their flesh! Slaughter them all!
How can I serve?
Do not trifle with me, worm. I will shatter their souls! Fight back, wings of fire!
Victory is assured.
And die.
We captured it for chaos.
The warp overtaking me. It is a good day. Enemies! We
We
need
can serve
enemies.
you. We are eager to please.
Cross me.
There's still one
Gods
cultist.
see clearly now.
Right.
How can I serve?
Bless us, Great One.
I see your purpose.
I feel the
Anything
warp
for the great
overtaking me.
Oh,
It is a good pain.
But of course, Master.
Enemies of the dark gods, beware! How can I serve? We captured it for chaos. Attack!
Meeting resistance!
Do you hear the voices too? It is as though 1,000 mouths cry out in pain. It is as though 1,000 mouths cry out in pain. Warp overtaking me.
Chaos
It
gods,
is a good must kill. It is as though 1,000 mouths cry out in pain.
grant us the gifts of the chaos gods, great one. Yes,
right, we got map control. Fuck yeah.
It is a good pain.
Show me the enemy.
Let's get our fucking plasma guns going.
Lord. Yes, Lord.
Enemies! We need enemies.
What do you want?
Do you hear the voices too?
We can serve you. We are eager to please.
That's what I want to see. Right, we should be able to kill him.
Enemies! We need enemies. Sanity is for the weak. Do you hear the voices too?
Fuck yeah.
It is as though 1,000 mouths cry out in pain.
Needed those raptors.
Warp overtaking me. It is a good
slave cages, that's what's causing the horrors.
It is as though 1,000 mouths cry out in pain. Enemies! We need enemies. Meeting resistance! Do you hear the voices down? Take us to battle! Do you hear the voices too? We will strip the flesh from their bones! Do you hear the voices too?
Go take out this last construction. He actually took out my commander though. Oh, fucking pull back. God damn it! Alright.
Once more into the fray! Enemies! We need enemies!
Look at it, how many of our troops they managed to
Chaos
kill.
is our master! Take us to battle! We must kill!
They will never see us fire. The true power is
Sanity is for the weak! It is as though 1,000 mouths cry out in pain.
forces of chaos.
The warp overtaking me. It is a good pain.
What do you want?
Do you hear the voices too?
If I'd stayed there, I would have died.
Cross me and die. Meeting resistance! I will shatter their souls!
We are chaos.
Ready to kill.
Strong.
Here to lead you.
What is is your wish, Great One? What is your wish, Great One?
Oh, fuck, I wish there was a select all military command.
Clearly now.
I screwed up.
It is as though 1,000 mouths cry out in pain. We must kill.
And die. I am here to lead you. What
Alright.
do you want?
You favor us with your attention.
You hear the voices too? Oh, I used to be able to do the voiceover.
You
Is the
favor
way
us
to
with your
hell.
attention.
Warp overtaking me. It is a good pain.
They're killing us.
We must kill. Do you hear the voices too?
Ah, okay, we got him.
Warp
Got
overtaking
him.
me. It is a good pain. We must kill.
Feast on their flesh!
Must kill. Do you hear the voices too? Sanity is for the weak. Do you hear the voices too? Sanity is for the weak. Do you hear the voices too?
Feast on their flesh!
Enemies. We need enemies.
Like tennis. No shit. Finally! Alright. So I gotta think really hard about, like, the sort of thing I gotta give him, like, because he just gets melted so goddamn fast. Back in a moment. So, if I remember right, there's one helm. So, like, reveals infiltrated units, then you don't need to use the actual cultists to detect the mandrakes as they're screwing up your units when you're attacking a unit, like a base. It's probably like the best like initial upgrade. It's like the first one you need. Even though it's not the best you could potentially use. Like there are other upgrades that do really, really well. But that one's probably the first one. Just so you don't need to tag on cultists so long. Because they die really easily as well. You don't need to think about it. Save. Save 3. Get ourselves an honor guard finally. So now we got to end turn.
Charge! I will have someone's head for this.
So obviously the next one to attack would be this one, which gives us our chosen champion. We want that. So it might be worth using the same build order, except for like now that I have one unit of cultists, like rather than building 5 of them, I'll just build 4 of them. And then like straight onto Raptor. Like it feels like Raptors are just like overpowered against Dark Elder. Like they really are. Like you need 1 unit of Chaos Space Marines operating on range with heavy bolters. Like that's it. You need 1. It seemed like expanding with 5 units gave me enough time. Like, in terms of like reinforcements. Like building enough reinforcements.
How can I serve? We shall capture it.
Thing is like trying to remember which ones are taking which ones.
Capture it.
Show me.
Whatever you desire.
We serve.
Thank you.
We are chaos. Chaos is strong. We will control this entire world, a point at a time. We are chaos. Chaos is strong. In return, grant us the power of the dark gods. It is ours for the taking. Chaos. Chaos is strong. We will control this entire world, a point at a time. We are enemies of the dark gods. Beware! We captured it is our chaos for the taking. We will control this entire world, a point at a time. You favor us with your attention. We can serve you. We are eager to please.
Restream's kind of like it's so when you're streaming to like a streaming site like YouTube or Twitch, you're basically opening up a couple of ports and you're sending information to a port at their end using like a encryption key, which basically denotes like what your stream is. What Restream does was you give them your YouTube and your Twitch key, and instead of sending it to YouTube and Twitch, you send it to Restream, and then it can send it to YouTube and Twitch. So rather than you having to upload 2 separate streams, you only have to upload 1 stream, and both of those streams get used. So you're basically saving bandwidth. So Restream's uploading twice, you're only uploading once. With the streaming internet, it's actually a really smart idea. And like that's another thing, that's like another advantage I have from previously being when I used to be monetized, is that my privileges for doing that are a little bit higher. So like for Restream, for example, they don't require me to use watermarks on my stream, but they do require me to put something saying something about Restream in my actual Twitch or YouTube upload. Whereas if you're trying to do it just normally, you'd have like a Restream watermark on your stream. No, you can't. No. Absolutely not. Not unless Restream themselves get hacked. No, they're above board. Like they're legends of the community. Like these are people that I know 20 years back. Like that's one reason why I can do 1080p at 60 FPS through Restream. Is because I know the people. They do look after the old content creators. If you're new, it's a little bit harder to get up through it. But like as I said, like I'm a small streamer, so I don't worry so much about it. But like if you're a new streamer getting up through it, yeah, you might have to pay a little bit of money. But that's what it is. That's what business is. Like for me, it's well known that I don't upload because I'm trying to make money. I'm uploading because that's cathartic for me. Like I'm just doing it because I don't do it any other way. And yeah. But yeah, Restream, they're above board. They're one of the best. If you're actually running like a really large channel and you want to upload to like 5 different services, Restream will look after you. You're just gonna pay them. Like it's money. But in terms of like yeah, but that's the thing. Like I don't even use a firewall. Like I have used a firewall in the past. Like I'm actually a cybersecurity expert, really, when it comes down to it. One of the smartest things that you can ever do is stop using VPNs, stop using firewalls, because all it does is just further identify your system. And I know a lot of people really, really hate this, but if you're not doing anything dodgy, you got nothing to fear. And the more you do that makes your actual connection, like in all the ports and stuff that you have exposed, more suspicious, is more likely that some malaligned actor is going to recognize your ports. Like my computer on the internet compared to some Joe Blow on the internet who's using a VPN and hosting servers and stuff like that. Like their computer is more likely to be targeted than mine. I haven't been hacked in over 20 years. And I probably should have been by this point. I mean, but what it really comes down to is like stuff like passports, passwords. the less you draw attention to your connection on the internet, the less likely it is that someone's actually going to try and zero down on it. And from my personal experience, knowing people who are in the deep and shady, yeah, exactly, people do dodgy things. So the best way to make yourself look like you're not a target is just act like you're completely oblivious, but still follow IP security rules. In other words, different passwords for different sites. Make them as complicated as possible. Change them relatively regularly. And that's all you really need to do. But as soon as you start using like VPNs and stuff like that, and I know from personal experience, moderating chat rooms and stuff like that, where I can actually see people's IP addresses, and I've run my own like Python bots and stuff to scan people's addresses and compare them to like actual like VPN usage websites. Where I start getting interested in someone is when they're running VPN that like jumps between different addresses. And I go, okay, they're in Sweden now, but now they're in Georgia, and now they're in Russia, now they're in China. When I see that shit, that's when I start focusing on an IP address. Yeah, I'm one of those shady moderators. But I'm not one of those shady moderators. I'm one of the good ones, But that's the thing. I know some of the worst ones. It's actually not. VPNs are... If you need to use a VPN, you should be actually questioning why. Like, if you're using a VPN, there's a reason for it. Are you accessing illegal content? Are you accessing content that is not allowed in the country that you live in? Because it's actually really easy to detect when someone is using a VPN. So the way I do it is that I run it through about 3 different APIs. So I don't do it on like YouTube and Twitch, obviously, but like different chat rooms and stuff that I've moderated in the past. If I'm trying to figure out what people are doing, all I need to do is look at their IP address, and I can tell whether or not you're using a VPN. Anyone can. Now, if I can tell that you're using a VPN when you're using it on a chat service, you can bet your sweet fucking ass your government can. And also every other government that your internet traffic is traversing through. So basically, by using a VPN, you're actually putting a big red honking red on your actual thing. So then AI scans it, and then they say, okay, yeah, someone check this out. That's why they all want you to pay for a VPN. That's why they always advertise it. That's where they say, get a VPN. Like, that's why all through the internet, like every single fucking YouTube stream or whatever that gets like, gets like a sponsored ad for some whatever VPN. There are only 2 or 3 VPNs in the entire world that don't sell all of their data. Think about it. Like, you're paying to put a target on your head. It's stupid. Just pretend to be stupid. Plead the fifth. That's how it works. And I know a lot about this shit. Anyway, I'll be back in a sec. I'll get a beer. Yeah, if you aren't doing dodgy shit, it doesn't matter. If you are doing dodgy shit, there's only like maybe 2 or 3 VPNs in the world. Well, the way it kind of works is that, like from my own personal experience, okay, being one of these shady moderators, is that when you're using a VPN, what it does is it gives you a range of IP addresses. So it gives you an IP address of so and so and so and so and so, a different area, different IP address range. So what I'd do next is I'd record what that IP range is, and I'd see how it changes. So when someone's using a particular username and it jumps between different IP addresses, I'd record the IP address that it's used between those different names. Then I compare that IP address against known VPN ranges, and I get a hit on different VPN, be it Proton VPN, be it like Urban VPN, be it like whatever, basically. So everyone usually has their own unique stamp. Yeah, it's good security health, but that's what I'm saying, is that what I'm trying to explain to you is that when you recognize someone's actually using a method of like trying to dodge, then you can profile them. So you recognize what specific IP addresses that they're using, and when that particular username is like going between these different username ranges, and like they're going between these different IP address ranges consistently, you can actually put them down and put them in a basket. You can say with a 90% certainty that that is that person. So they might have a different name, but they're using the same IP address range. They're using the same verbal terminology. They're talking the same way. Like, you profile them not just using their IP address, but also what they do. So, and that's like where you got to really think about it, because like, even if you're using a VPN and a firewall, unless you're changing usernames and changing the way that you talk and the way that you act, it won't actually change how you're identified. Because the way that people like me identify you is by what you're doing, where you're doing it, how you're doing it, what you're using. And then it's as simple as just putting, okay, you're B1, you're B2, you're B3. We don't know your name. We don't care. We just know you as B1, B2, B3. Yeah, like, just identified you. So like, someone turns up, oh, I don't know who that is. Oh, they're using that VPN. Oh, they're talking like that. Okay, that's that person. I don't know who they are. I don't know their Facebook account, but I know that that's them. That's kind of how it works. Yeah, it can be shared. Exactly right. But what can't be shared is the way that people actually act. Now, trying to like duplicate and like copy how a specific person acts, that's actually really difficult. And that's when you can pull in bots. Like, you can analyze how someone actually speaks, how many words they use, how many letters they use, exactly how they talk. Trust me, man, I've done it. Like, I know how to do it. It's not hard to do, especially when you start getting AI involved, like via Python or something like that. Just do like an API and like feed it through into it like an actual like Claude or something like that. What are your conclusions? Oh, it's 93% positive. That's not hard. Like, that's the thing. Like, people need to start actually realizing that it's not hard. But even the average Joe to do it. Like, when it comes to like the absolute freaks, like like programming coding freaks, it's actually really easy. So the best answer is to just be honest, be yourself. Maintain the same identity. If you're not doing anything wrong, no one will ever realize. But as soon as you start trying to hide stuff, people start looking. I'm not trying to like freak you out. I'm just like saying like how we've done it. Like, myself, I'm part of a community that's like probably about 10 years old, roughly. Like, on a chat service that's not Discord. So like, even go further back from that, it's like MRSC days. Yeah, pretty much. Like that's the thing. I don't like doing it. Like I'm not one of those people, but I'm one of those people that knows how it works because I wanted to know how it works. So I taught myself how it works by doing it, basically. Like some of the services, like just like straight up like JavaScripting, like JavaScript tracking and stuff like that. Like it doesn't matter if you use a VPN or if you use Tor. If you're using a service where you have a login, where you have a name, where you're actually talking the same way. You know, like say if you're logging onto a different website and like you're just using different services to access it through the IP address, but you're still using the same username. It's like, do you know APIs actually work with the service that you're talking about? Yeah, it's not really harassment. Like, people who use that information to harass someone else based on their identity, based on what they're doing, like, if you're profiling someone and then jumping on the internet and like recording every single thing that they do and bringing that up in chat to piss them off, then that is harassment. But like if you're doing exactly the same thing and attacking someone who doesn't do any of that shit, then that's harassment too. Yeah, thus creating people using a VPN which allows them to be identified over and over again. It actually makes it easier to identify people when they use a VPN. That's what I'm trying to actually explain to you. Because like people use different VPNs. Like say if you have a chat room which has like 20 different people in it, and they use 6 different VPNs. That's a 1 in 3 chance that they're using a certain VPN. So you can narrow down who someone is by using what VPN that they're using. It's a bad idea. Like using a VPN on a large carriage service like something like the Facebook page, which is like 5,000 different people. Yeah, it makes it a little bit harder if 5,000 different people are using the same VPN. Well, I'm just trying to teach. Yeah, like I'm not trying to profile. I'm just like actually teach. Yeah, because like I've encountered this stuff in like my own like life, essentially. So, like what the worst part is when people use VPNs and they try to hide behind a VPN in order to harass other people. Then you need to be able to identify them and know who they are. That's when I've used it. Like what I know how to do. But I don't use it against normal people. Like I don't just like harass and stalk people. That's just wrong. But using it against people who are using it to harass other people because they think they can get away with it, but just because they're using VPN, man, go for it. Make more sense now? Yeah, you got your black hat, your white hat, your red hat. Figure it out. If you're gonna start talking about that sort of shit, you better get into it. And when you start talking to a real one, you better know what you're talking about. especially like in small communities. Yeah, especially in small communities. So, like, what are the first parts of exposition? Yeah, exactly. Like, people can fake their ranges. The thing is that 99% of people don't. So you can identify someone by their faking of the said ranges. Yeah, exactly. So I talk to a lot of people like you. And I'm not saying people like you people. Yeah, like I'm just used to it. Like I've been around people like you for like the last 20 years. Like this is part of the reason why I am what I am. There's no ego attached. But I'd also like you to ask yourself how many times that you could actually have this sort of conversation with someone else. Like just like a real conversation about the subject. So like just like walk back through this whole conversation, just like think where you started it, like when you started talking about it. You know, I'd just like you to think like when can you actually have this sort of conversation with someone about this particular subject? And that person actually being real with you about it rather than, just like blowing bullshit up your ass. Anyway, in the meantime, I've also been vaping and like I've been slowly finishing this beer because this map is going to be interesting. I've already got like all my scout teams and everything out. Yeah, well, it's really hard because like the communities that I lived in, that I still live in now on the internet, I don't really have any friends on the internet. I just have like frenemies. uh, but that said, there's also like a really good community that I'm part of. Like a lot of the people that are there are actually part of like that sort of sphere. Like we all talk about this stuff all the time. So like if you actually want to talk to people like that, I can introduce you to a couple of people, you know. But if you don't, if you just want to chill, then that's fine because I just like playing games. But yeah, when I see people talking about VPNs, I'm just like, yeah, no. Politicization of the internet is something that should not really happen. All about fun, really. Everyone's out there to earn a dollar. They work their arse off on a job, 8 to 12 hours a day or whatever they do. pay to have a roof over their head, pay to have an internet connection. I don't even know if I should recommend it, to be honest, because it's already been dying. Basically, all the good people are kind of already left. Like, they're still kind of around, but you won't actually see them very often, kind of thing. It makes me want to find like a oh, pardon me. It makes me want to find groups, like just like jump on groups and find like anime groups or whatever and watch anime in like some town library or something, which I've done before. But yeah, like if you want to chat to anyone, just please realize that there are a crap ton of trolls, and they won't accept you as one of your own until you actually like just sit there and get to know people, and that might take like 6 months. But yeah. See, that one. We'll just make sure that actually posted on both YouTube and Twitch. It did. So there are a couple of people that there are so many trolls. And basically I've been denied the ability to run bots. Because the bots that I use. But yeah. Oh yeah, totally. All of them. It's kind of like it was a like, you know, the Days of Our Lives, like drama episodes and everything like that. Like, imagine a non-stop like internet drama chat room for like the last 15 years. Basically. They don't like, you do know anime, right? Like anime chat rooms and all that sort of thing. Like, all the scum of the earth from the anime chat rooms ended up there. Like, if you want to make friends, so like if you want to troll around and like dick around with like VPNs and stuff like that. But like, one thing you'll find is that you actually can't use a VPN there because they're disabled. So I don't know. But like, definitely more like an American hour environment, not like an Australian hour environment. It's like the time in the US right now is like what? Probably like 7 a.m. or something. Time in Washington. Like 8:30 in Washington. Time in Washington, D.C. 11:30 on a Thursday. It's not really a healthy environment. No, it's not. But it is one of the best old school environments. So in terms of like people who are, well, there's full-blown trolls. There aren't many not like normal users left. Makes me sound like what is it, the for the users, like, sort of bullshit. But yeah, kind of what it is. So I used an entire beer's time to like talk to you about stuff. That for me is a sacrifice of time, because myself, I usually only have about 6 hours of free time a day, if that. But if you want to get to know people. As I said, it might take months. But you'll meet a couple of people that will like teach you how to program things that you probably did not believe existed. And there's quite a few of them that also run Discord stuff as well. So, I mean, like, Chitango is Chitango. We all know what Chitango is. But Discord as well. It's just that generally we frown upon Discord. Because everything always goes back to, Chitango. Discord's kind of gay. No, absolutely not. No, you don't. Not at all. In fact, like, I like people like you getting onto my streams because I don't get an opportunity to actually talk about it very often. And you might say I love the sound of my own voice, but in reality, like, it's the world. Like, that's the world. That's what the world is. And every single person that I open eyes is another win for me. Like, I'm not trying to specifically get wins because that makes people arc up thinking that they've been beaten in a conversation, all that sort of stuff. I hate ego. I absolutely hate ego. Okay? Everyone is cool. Compared to how things think back to the days like back when you could like go watch anime on a different like streaming site. There'd be like 2,000 people logged on. And you'd be looking at the chat and it'd be like streaming. That's what, like different streamers on YouTube and Twitch are basically doing. Like all the time. This is one reason why I don't want to be a big streamer because, like, I'm not a chat site. I'm just a participant. But I remember the old days, like when it was like that on chat sites. And I absolutely love that shit. So if you want to meet people who were around when it was like that, go there. Because you'll meet people. Time to grab another drink. Yeah. Basically, what annoys me is like when people like start saying like, so you watched Gate, and like got the girl of Emily or whatever, 2,000-year-old like hot lolly, and then you got people going, oh no, that's pedophilia. You're like how like new Texas laws, it's like, oh, if someone looks like a child, it must be a child. Stuff like that. Yeah, that's like straight up fucking. What do we got? Like, what's the best way to put it? So, like, based on those laws, someone who actually looks under the age of 18, when they're actually like 25, in real life, if you got a photo of them, that's considered child porn. Yeah, like when it comes to like anime and stuff like that. like people actually paying money to like watch an anime like isekai reviewers or something like that. Yeah, that pisses me off when people sit there and like go, "Oh, it's child porn." You know, people try to do that stuff to me all the time. You know, like just because I like watching anime, it's like calling me a pedo because I like anime. That's annoying. Did you annoy me? No, not even close. You haven't done anything wrong. Neither have I. Another beer. Uh, I guess I must have struck a vein. Let's check chat. Pause stream for a minute.